All right, so I would like to warmly and respectfully welcome you to today's edition of the program, Crime Watch Reloaded. Every Tuesday, we are here live with our repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. You can also monitor this program on YouTube or Facebook. All you need to do is get on the Facebook and just type Crime Watch Reloaded with Festus Allen. Of course, you have opportunity of watching this program. We'd like to welcome you once again. My name is Festus Allen, your regular host here today. We are heavily loaded as usual, and then let's really have a rundown of what you are going to expect really because of our presentation today. Like I keep saying, the program is a very hard one. It's not a tea party program. It's not a party where you say, increase the music, let me dance. No, it's a program where you have something to talk about after we have finished delivering it. That's the truth of the matter. Today we have this big story which has to do with a 62-year-old man that eventually got some master keys. According to him, no matter how sophisticated your car is, the master key will certainly move it. But now he has met his Waterloo and is interacting with the police, and some of the cars allegedly stolen have been recovered. We're going to have that story very shortly. And also today we'll take you quickly to this other story. This one has to do with the gruesome murder of Professor Christopher Ogeho. He was actually found dead in his bedroom. Just sincerely was right in the bedroom, and then we had some interactions with some neighbors and maybe other persons. What actually led to his death? We're going to talk about that very shortly due to the course of the presentation today. We have this other big story. This one has to do with the suspected armed robber that went into a house around Owe here in Benin City. He wasn't lucky. While in operation, men of the Edo State Police Command as well as the vigilante members stormed the house and met them right at the scene of crime. This one wasn't lucky. He was brought down. We're going to have that today, during the course of today's presentation. And we also have this other story too. This one has to do with a man in faraway Lagos. He hardly killed his wife and also killed himself. What happened? Why will such thing happen? I'm wondering. Anyway, you're going to have that story today during the course of today's presentation. And then another big story. This one has to do with some of those persons that specialize in going into banks, well dressed, but they are not doing any business. All they do is just to monitor people carrying large sum of money so they can trade them for attack. You're going to have that today because three of them have still been arrested by men of the Edo State Police Command. And then a bigger story too, which has to do with the updates of the gruesome rape and murder of Uwaila Vera of Mozua. The Commissioner of Police spoke to us, and we're going to relay that back to members of the police so we can update you of how investigation is going on with that incident that happened late last month, to be precise. My name is Festus Allen here once again. We'll take a short break now. The program Crime Watch Reloaded will be right back after this time out. Don't go away, please. All right, welcome back there. Right now, let's just release the first cylinder today, which has to do with a man that was said to have been involved in stealing of cars in Benin. According to what we gathered, he has so many master keys, and then according what he will do is to keep testing. He will use one. If it doesn't open, he will change another one. And he told us that no matter how sophisticated the car is, the master key will certainly open it. And he started this art, or rather this criminal art, he started it all the way from Port Harcourt in Rivers State. And now he has eventually snowballed his criminal activities into Benin City, Edo State. You know what? He was even arrested in front of the police station. Anyway, don't laugh, but you're going to have that story now. Let's have it now, please.
The suspect, Augustine Oshodi, has been on police wanted list for several months now. According to police reports, he is notorious in stealing cars where parked. Reports revealed that the suspect started the car theft in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, before relocating to Benin City for the same criminal act. In Port Harcourt, the suspect allegedly used master key to open a golf car and drove it to Asaba Delta State, where he was said to have sold it to unsuspecting persons. Similarly, the suspect used another master key to open a Toyota Camry car and stole it. Police report revealed that after several acts in Rivers State, the suspect then relocated to Benin City, Edo State, where he continued with the alleged crime. It was also revealed that the suspect usually steals some personal items in the cars before selling them cheaply. Police investigation later revealed that the suspect used a master key to open a Nissan bus along Coste Road in Benin City around 1 p.m. He then allegedly jumped into the car and drove towards Federal Road in Benin City. The owner of the car, who was in a shop, however, spotted this movement. The man then quickly raised alarm, which attracted some persons in the area. The suspect was pursued and intercepted along Federal Road opposite New Benin Police Station. The bus was recovered and the suspect was walked into the police station. The suspect, who is now remorseful, spoke on his level of involvement.
Give me your name.
Mr. Augustine Oshodi.
Augustine Oshodi.
Bongoba.
From where?
Oshodi from Benin.
From Benin. How come about this master key?
It's from Aba. They brought it.
Who brought it?
Iboma.
What do you use it for?
It's to take carry car.
How many cars you don't carry?
Two.
Two. Which one with the first car?
Golf and Camry.
How did you sell them?
We said we caught them about 150, 170, depends.
So the Golf, how much did you sell the Golf?
150.
150.
Yes,
What about the Camry?
180, very old one.
Where did you carry the Golf from?
From Port Harcourt.
That's where you removed it from.
Yeah.
Where did you now sell it?
We sell it to one map from Ondo.
Ondo.
Yeah.
Okay, then what about the Camry?
The Camry is the same place.
The Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
So how did you not get to Benin? You stay in Benin?
I be based in Port Harcourt before I came to Benin.
Okay, when you came to Benin, you now started again. How many have you removed in Benin?
No, I don't know anywhere in Benin.
What about this other bus?
This one is my first time of going out before the...
First time in Benin?
Yeah.
Okay, how did you do this Benin or this bus? How did you remove it?
The guy brought it, so as he come now.
Which area?
At Coste, New Benin.
They parked the bus.
They back there.
What time?
Around 9:10.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did it happen?
So as we see it now, we just put this key.
You put this key? Yes.
We just open it and start.
Okay, try it now, let's see.
Put the other side.
Yes, come and use it now.
Did you lock the door that day, sha?
Okay, go on. But let's see how you normally use it to open.
Sometimes it's by lock.
Okay, once you put it like that, you open.
I will know it's by lock.
Okay, open it now. Can it start now? That key.
It's the battery.
Is there battery?
Come and see what that
Okay.
no battery.
Okay.
Okay.
But put the key inside, let's see.
Start.
So that day,
Turn it.
eh?
You turn it.
Okay, turn it, eh? Okay. So that day, how did it not happen?
As we just open it, didn't lock. As we just put it on once.
Yes.
So we move.
Okay, you already moved the car.
Yes.
How were you not caught?
They have to chase me.
They pursued you.
Yeah.
Where were you not caught?
At New Benin Police Station.
Just very close to Nimini.
Yeah, police station.
How you say you just come Kukuma Waka enter the station now? How old are you?
I'm not 62 years.
62.
Yes, sir.
At 62, you are still doing this.
It's condition, sir.
What kind of condition?
I got an accident.
Uh-huh.
I bought Mercy sometimes.
No, that's not the issue now. How can you be doing such thing at the age of 62 years?
It's wrong, sir. It's God arrest me.
It's God that arrest you. And you arrested you very close to police station.
Police station. God arrest me. I should leave it.
It be like say you don't even come enter motor now leg you just enter the station.
Now God arrest me because this is my second time. We God say no.
Which work were you doing before?
I worked with oil company for that God before.
Which oil company is that?
I'm cool.
So what now happened that you now started doing this kind of?
It's where you lose job, you see friends, come and join me. That's what I'm doing. That's why I spent 40 years in Port Harcourt.
Have you ever been arrested before?
Once.
Where was that? What happened that time?
It's because with the same car too.
Which car was that one?
It's CROV.
How were you arrested in that one?
That one, track it.
Okay, they track it.
Yeah.
How did you remove that car?
It's the same.
The same master key. That means if you leave this one now, you continue now.
No. This is.
That one, did you go to prison?
No, sir.
But you were held in cell.
Yes.
Police detained you.
Detained me.
Did you were you charged to court?
Yes.
Okay, you now they free you. In Port Harcourt or where?
In Port Harcourt.
In Port Harcourt. And now you are doing another one. This second one you have been caught now. Then.
This is the last one. Go arrest me, sir.
So how do you feel now?
I feel bad, sir.
The Edo State Commissioner of Police Johnson Babatunde Kokumo said hard times await criminals in Edo State.
All Edolites are actively participating in policing their various communities. And this, of course, will be better for the citizens and, of course, better for the law enforcement agents. And I want to use this opportunity to warn criminal elements who are resident in Edo State to have everything. They should relocate.
The recovered stolen bus has been released to the owner on bond, while the police continue with the probe of other stolen cars.
Baba, 62. Imagine. That's a very sad one. Well, we want to appeal to some persons who felt that their car was removed there. All you need to do is to check the office of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, for update. If you have some of your documents, you can go there to check, because I know that the bus and some other cars taken away by him have been recovered. But the storyline now is that the man was apprehended right in front of the police station. You know, I had this mind, when I got that story. He was escaping from Costain. He drove through Federal Road and then got caught up in front of New Benin police station. Oga not go front, he not go back. Anyway, he's already with the police interacting at the moment. Away from that now, we have this other story, very sad one to be precise. Like we keep saying, it's a hard program, so you must have the heart to follow us to the end. But Professor Christopher Ogeho happens to be a very prominent doctor. He served in Nigeria and overseas, and upon retirement he returned back home and established a very big hospital along Sapele Road in Benin City. And the moment after that, he decided to relax at home. He was 80 last month and invited some persons to join him in the birthday. But unknown to him that was going to be his last birthday, because some hoodlums scaled the fence, got into his apartment and got his 2 hands tied, 2 legs tied, and spilled his blood everywhere. But right now, the professor is no more. Trust us on Crime Watch. We have to go all the way to Benoni, where we captured this story. Let's go over now to the sudden death of Professor Ogeho in Benin. When I say sudden death, he didn't plan to die, but somebody killed him. Let's have that story now.
This is the residence of Professor Christopher Ogeho, situated at number 13 Egbo Street off Benoni Hospital Road, GRA, Benin City. The people woke up in the morning to find the lifeless body of the 80-year-old grandfather in a pool of blood. The hands and legs were neatly tied in the bed. The bedroom was ransacked, but the people are yet to ascertain the items removed from the house. Reports revealed that the 80-year-old grandfather now lived in the house with a male househelp after the death of his wife. The assailants were said to have sneaked into the professor's bedroom, tied his 2 hands and legs, and strangled him to death. All the doors in the house were not broken, as the assailants had a field day before leaving. At dawn, the househelp was said to have raised alarm after he observed that the man has been murdered. The police were quickly contacted, where they came to the house and evacuated the deceased to the mortuary. Some samples for investigation were also collected, by the police. An earliest caller to the deceased house and the son-in-law, Honorable Matthew Udoekeme, described the death as tragic. He called for thorough investigation towards unraveling those behind the dastardly act.
I don't know what my father-in-law can do to anybody anyway, because first and foremost, my father-in-law is a very, very simple man, very, very simple. He takes life in all its simplicity. You are seeing the house, you are seeing everywhere, so you should have an idea of the kind of person that he is. He's a well-known medical doctor, an orthopedic surgeon. I don't know why anybody would want to kill him anyway, but I believe that the law enforcement agents have been briefed, and they will do all that is needful to unravel the cause of this death, and I believe by the grace of God that the killers will definitely be found and they will be brought to book.
What's his full name?
Dr. Christopher Odio.
His age?
He's 80 years old. He was 80 years in April.
DSP Wambuzo appeals to the Ogeho family and other concerned persons to be calm as justice will be adequately served.
The Edo State Police Command is aware about the murder of Professor Christopher Ogiego at the GRA yesterday. The operatives of the homicide section of the state CID, they are on their way out. They're already in the city to bring the suspects, the culprits, to book.
Has anyone been
Further
fingered?
investigation into this will be revealed to the members of the public. For now, they are on operation.
Thank you.
On a serious manhunt to arrest the perpetrators of this dastardly act.
Thank you.
We want to use this to appeal to the good people of Edo State and the family of Professor Christopher Ogiego to remain calm, that justice must be served in this case. And we want the criminal elements in Edo State to vacate the state. That all effort is ongoing to ensure that we track them down.
This is the bedroom of Professor Ogeho, and we can see that some few things were scattered on the floor, and then according to the police, thorough investigation will actually be carried out towards ensuring that those who are said to have been involved in this unwanted killing are brought to justice. But for now, there are some kind of blood stains on the bed, and you can spot that at the moment, and then we just have to leave this for the police to eventually finish their investigation. Alright, welcome back there. Sad one again there. I'm wondering why somebody will have to take the life of an octogenarian. Very sad. Having gone through primary school, secondary school to university level and become a very senior medical doctor. And now that's just how he ended it. Sad one. We pray that the soul of Professor Ogeho rests in perfect peace there. But we want to charge the police as well to ensure that anyone fingered in that dastardly act are brought to justice. Because we want to go to know that he lost his wife some time ago, and at the moment now he was living with just an herself who happens to be a male, and both of them actually live in the full house. But for now, the herself is interacting with the police. Possibly there might be some clues thereafter. So let me not delve into police investigation now. I'll allow them to finish their work, and certainly they'll get back to the press after that. Away from that, now we have this other big story. I'm sure that there's this story that has been trending all over the world, especially in Nigeria here. I'm talking of the gruesome rape and murder of Uwaila Vera Omozua in Benin. You know, she was actually attacked and killed in a church in Benin, and stories have been flying, different stories, version 1, version 2. So I'm like, what's going on? But first, we got this reaction from the Commissioner of Police Edo State, talking of CP Johnson Babatunde Kokumo, who actually told us how far they have gone with investigation, and they also went for that to say that this matter can never be swept under the carpet. Let's go over now to the headquarters of the Edo State Police Command here in Benin City, where we interacted with the Commissioner of Police Edo State as far as the rape and gruesome murder of Vera Uwala Omozua is concerned. Let's have that story now.
CP Johnson Babatunde Kokumo said the police have deployed every lawful means to arrest all those fingered in the rape and murder of the said Uwaila Vera Omozua. He warned against rumor and unfounded stories surrounding the murder, but called for useful information from members of the public that will help in the arrest of the culprits. CP Kokumo disclosed that forensic experts and other scientific means have been deployed towards the speedy investigation of the rape and murder of the university undergraduate. He stated that the Inspector General of Police has deployed detectives from the Police Homicide Department to Benin City for discreet investigation. CP Johnson Kokumo, however, called on the deceased family members and the general public to continue to remain calm and believe in the police in resolving the gruesome murder of the young girl. The Edo State Police Commissioner said he has personally visited the family of the slain Uwaila Omozua and assured that the police will get to the root of the matter.
So what's the level of investigation? What's the situation right now? Because a lot of protests everywhere. Is it that the case is gone?
Investigation is ongoing. The Inspector General of Police had equally directed that experts, homicide experts from the Homicide Department of 4CID Abuja should equally be actively involved in the investigations. The investigation is a detailed one, including forensics experts. And it will be counterproductive to make public what we have been able to do in area of investigations. But we will try all within our capacity to ensure that we'll make available to members of the public the outcome of our investigations as soon as that is practicable.
It will be recalled that on 27th May 2020, one Uwaila Vera Omozua was raped and gruesomely murdered in a church at Owe in Benin City. The deceased, who had gone into the church to read at noon, was attacked and raped. She was later found in a pool of blood inside the church, where she was quickly rushed to the hospital. All efforts by the medical officials to save her life proved abortive, as Vera Uwaila Omozua died in the process. The death has since sparked serious protests and condemnations in Edo State, as the police were asked to fish out the killers.
Alright, welcome back. They are roughly studying something here so I can get to give full details to all our viewers who are watching this program now as far as the death of Uwaila Omozua is concerned. So many rumors, flying around, and people will give version one and the other will give another version. But we felt that we owe it as a responsibility to members of the public to give you all the relevant information that you need. As far as this story is concerned, Uwaila was murdered as a virgin. That is the story. So for those who are right now saying different things, you are wrong. Stop that. There's a young guy who actually commented in a Facebook post a moment after the young girl was said to have died, and a lot of persons started writing stories on the internet. And the young man, who happens to be an university undergraduate, came up to say, oh, because the young girl, Uwaila, was dating two friends in the university, and that was why they killed her. And then the security agents now went after this guy, tailed him, and eventually got him arrested. And you know what? He just said, because other people, they comment, that make me say just the right. Which means he lied. That's story one. Then story two came to say, oh, the pastor got her pregnant, and then because they don't want the pregnancy, there were 1.5 minutes. So many stories, and then that's how they killed her. Even the Attorney General of Edo State, Yinka Morogbe, even confirmed to say that a report that reached her, which I go to quote right now, says that the young girl was raped as a virgin and got killed in the process. So where are you getting all your stories from? So as we speak right now, investigation is ongoing, and that was confirmed there by the Commissioner of Police Edo State. Forensic experts are here. So many experts, so many investigative experts are already in Benin. And I know that the President of Nigeria gave a directive to all the security agents to go all out to fish out the killers of Uwaila, Vera, or Mozua. So let me just say that in our next edition, can we have them here? Police, SSS, can we have the suspects here? Anyway, I trust you. I know that so many undercover men are on ground right now. So away from that story now, we have another story here. This one has to do with a suspected armed robber who is now deceased. He went with his gang members into a house in Benin City, Edo State to be precise, around Owe quarters in Benin. You know the storyline. While they were in the house, the people quickly got across to the police and the vigilante. Trust what happened. They met them right in the compound operating. But this young man wasn't just lucky at all. He was brought down. PD, let's have that story.
The deceased suspect belongs to a 7-man gang of suspected armed robbers that attacked several houses at a row in the Kweniro on Benin Agbo Road in Benin City. The hoodlums, who shot sporadically, also forcefully entered some of the houses and robbed them around 10 p.m. They were said to have scaled the wall of one of their victims after disconnecting the electric security wire. They were then breaking the doors to gain access when the occupants of the house quickly put a call across to the police and the vigilante. Their quick response paid off as they met the hoodlums in operation. Upon sighting the police, the suspected armed robbers opened fire. During a gun duel, this suspect, however, fell to the superior firepower of the police as he was brought down instantly, forcing other gang members to escape. The victims that were under attack commended the police swift arrival.
After what I started hearing movement in my compound.
Around what time?
Around at 10 p.m. So I have to put the call across to my neighbors and to the vigilantes in the neighborhood. So after some time, not up to 5 minutes, I started hearing severe gunshots. So I was inside the house shouting for help. So after some time, the gun ceased. So the vigilante that called me said I should come out, everything's calm. So when we came out, we saw the lifeless body of one of the hoodlums on the ground.
Men just attacked me, I lie down. The next thing, I just quick go on my...
The Edo State Police Foreign Relations Officer DSP Chidi Wambuzo said some of the suspects escaped with bullet wounds. He however vowed to ensure that Edo State remains safe and peaceful at all times.
Edo State Police Command in its efforts to get the state rid of criminals and criminality and make it safer to the citizens has made a modest achievement.
Items recovered from the hoodlum include 1 locally made gun, 3 live cartridges, 1 shifting spinner, face mask, technophone, 5 empty shells of AK-47 rifle, and 1 expended cartridge.
Alright, welcome back there. Very sad one there, and also good one for the neighbors. But now, for those who are watching this program at this hour now, do you even have the phone numbers of your neighbor? Let me just start. Your next door neighbor, do you have the number? And then the neighbor in the next compound, do you even have their phone number? I'm not even talking of the leader of your street now. So if you don't, then it's risky for you. For instance, you are under attack. And apart from that, some persons who are even watching this program now don't even know who to call if they are under attack. They don't even have police numbers. So now, imagine what happened. While those guys were in operation, the people quickly put a call across. and then there was immediate assistance. They came in there, met them at the house, and now what happened? Your guesses are good as mine. So try as much as possible to ensure that you interact with your neighbors, the vigilante members in your area. You have their number, you have police number. Even some persons still don't even have call cards. Someone is asking me which one is call card. Okay, let me use recharge card for phone. How many persons that are watching this program now can say this night that you have recharge card in your phone? So it's suicidal if your phone is showing 0. For instance, something is happening after now. How will you call? So the advice we would like to give you on this program is try as much as possible to ensure that you have recharge card in your phone. Please ensure you do that. Away from that now, we have this other story. This one has to do with some of these suspects that go into banks. They will kit up like suits. Then they hold barrel, and what they do is they are looking out for people withdrawing large sum of money, withdrawing at least above 500,000, 1 million. You know, the cashier will always put it in this cellophane bag for you to take away, and then they are watching. You see the man too, he's feeling money. He even hold account number, hold small change like 5,000. Then when the security men in the bank now come to say, you have been here, say, somebody is coming to send me the account number. I'm supposed to write the account. I can't remember again. Now Lyle is viewing people withdrawing money. So legitimately he will tell you, I'm in the bank. But to him, it's not there in a legitimate way, but what he wants to do is to monitor people collecting money. So having seen somebody collecting money, he put a call across to the gang members outside to say this person is wearing a white shirt or a black shirt or a face cap, and then they will follow you up and get the money from you. That is the truth of the matter. But 3 of them now have been arrested by men of the Edo State Police Command, and one of them happens to be a Libya returnee. Let's have that story now.
The 3 suspects were identified as Honorode Sunday, Suru Mayaki, and Obukoku James. Police report revealed that they usually move into any banking hall where they monitor those withdrawing money. Report further disclosed that some of the gang members are also stationed in a car outside the banking hall waiting for their target. Police investigation however revealed that the gang members who will move into the banking hall will pretend to be genuine customers. After observing anyone who has just withdrawn large sum of money, they will then put a call across to their cohorts outside the bank and describe the person carrying the money. The gang members who have already stationed their car outside the bank will then follow up their victims where they are intercepted and the money collected. In one of the cases that led to the arrest of the 3 suspects, they were alleged to have entered a bank along Airport Road in Benin City where a woman was monitored for attack. The woman who had just collected a large sum of money was trailed and the money snatched by the suspects. A quick alarm by the woman paid off as the 3 suspects were instantly pursued and apprehended. The suspects gave an insight into their involvement.
What's your name?
Olówódé Sunday, sir.
Where were you before?
I was in Libya, sir.
Libya?
Yes, sir.
How long were you in Libya?
2 years.
2 years. So how do you normally monitor people in Benin?
I don't used to come to Benin, but when I came by, it's my friend. I told you yesterday, it's my friend that called me.
Yes.
That he have a job, so.
Which job?
Is to open person car, and if you carry anything, take it.
Yes.
Can be money, can be anything.
Yes.
Well, normally we after money.
Yes. So how do you not know those who are holding money?
They will see if they bring the money from the bank, they will see this money.
Okay. That means you stay around the bank.
They stay around the bank.
So where do you live?
I live in Ondo State.
So what are you doing in Benin?
I come to see my brother.
Who?
This
one?
Yeah.
Who introduced you to this kind of thing?
When I'm in Libya, sir.
Were you doing it in Libya?
No, it's only once. When we don't have money to eat, when we're at the camp.
Okay, so that's you did it in Libya.
Yes, well, I told you yesterday.
Yes. But don't you know you might be arrested by doing such thing?
Okay, I'll shoot you.
Eh?
Yes, sir.
Who get the motor one they use?
The boy don't go.
Okay, that one around.
Since that, this thing I've been taking since January 23rd.
Was that when they arrested you?
No, that is the way I arrested because I was not around.
Okay, where did they now arrest you?
At Airport Road.
Airport Road. What were you doing?
You want to give me money to buy food. Yeah.
So how did they not arrest you?
And the boy that they arrest, you already know him, man. You already know him. The boy that they arrest that is already out of the case. He say they will pay the money to the.
Okay, that's how they arrested you. So how do you feel with this situation?
So it's kind of something. Something bad and
What's your name?
James.
James. Where are you from?
From Ugele.
You said?
From Ugele.
Ugele. But you live in Benin?
No, I don't live in Benin.
How did you find your way in Benin house?
I come with my brother.
You come with your friend?
Yeah.
So how do you normally monitor people to collect their money?
Just when people call, will it be people many? The people call we. If people stand around the bank when they see money is coming, maybe if they see money, they will later drive follow it. That's how we're monitoring.
So this one, how did you do it?
When you park, if you don't lock, so we open it, we take the money.
But how do you not know somebody is having money?
Maybe the person come from back. If you come from back, you know money. The boy will come. Actually, it's not the only way I do this. This people is plenty, not only one place. They do in many countries. So,
how can you be doing such thing at this your age?
It's very bad.
How old are you?
44.
How can you be doing that at this age?
Very bad. I'm a welder before and I do a business, but because the situation there's no money after my money loss.
So which was the last one you did?
Just only this one.
Tell us that one. How did it happen?
Just only this one.
Tell us how it happened.
It happened at Kenwa Road. We are going to Ondo State that day.
Yes.
They call me. One day, I'm not even there around. I just there front.
Yes.
Before the man enters supermarket, collect the money. So,
but you followed the man from the bank?
No, I'm not the one who followed.
Who followed from
the
bank?
one who followed are boys. They are gone.
Okay, what role did you not play? You.
Road.
What do you do for the matter?
Okay, and I just did road. I did road.
They do waiting for road.
I just did road, sit down for inside motor.
They follow, they monitor them?
Yes. Yes, as they collect money finish, they will drive.
How much be the money?
Now the money is 700 they talk. But now they call the scene at 900,000, which is maybe they
Let's say some of your people still lie for inside.
Lie.
But how much can reach your hands?
70,000.
From the 700,000?
Yeah.
How many of them go?
We reach about 8, I mean 6 something like that.
Only one motor, how many motor?
One motor.
How many of them come enter that plenty motor? Not many now.
No, they use space bus.
Space bus, okay, where people for many. So your 70,000, how you take spend them?
70,000, so I use that for some kind of small problem when I get. I use that for some kind of small problem when I get for river when I want to tidy my oil business.
Okay, for Benin?
No, not Benin. At river.
Okay.
It's just like the machine when they say they cook the oil.
So where police will catch you?
Nah, I'm not going to punch through. I mean, one withdraw money giver. You understand? Because me and I go on those states. So as for one withdraw money giver, I don't know. Say that my friend, one of my friends, when they owe for the matter of that money, what they call it, they don't bill her. So they enter inside the motor and I call bosses.
Okay.
They'll not be saying police.
So how you feel now today?
I feel bad. It's just that my business, the oil business, just like concern.
I say if you come out for this one, I say you still continue. As you look for money for business.
No, I don't continue again. I will find solution. At least my daddy have property. I can sell what I use it to arrange my business back.
What's your name?
Suru.
Suru what?
Ayaki.
Where are you from?
Igara.
Igara. Where in Igara?
Ufa. Ufa.
How you know these two people? This one Delta, this one Ondo. How you know them?
I know them when I stay in Benin.
In Benin? Yeah. But they say they don't stay in Benin.
I know, because I know them through my when I travel.
Go where?
Go Delta States.
Delta States. So how you can't start to join them for this thing?
Because now where I don't meet them, where I drink, now to see them.
Which area be that? Where? I tell us.
I tell you, we are just friends. Just normal friends. The day with the who lost, they call me come out. I come out. As I just reach where they did,
no, not be so. You follow them for some of the operation and you want to remove yourself. You want to leave only them. The day here now, which one you dey talk?
I know jump for the operation.
You never follow the go anyone before?
I dey go before.
Tell us the one you don't go now.
Okay. The one when I don't go now once.
For where?
For Bowo.
How that one take happen?
How that one take happen? Go to bank, monitoring people. Coming out.
Do you normally stay inside the bank or you stay outside the bank?
Outside the bank.
How do you not know that they are carrying money?
We see them with nylon.
Talking about that nylon.
Yes.
So what do you not do after that?
After that, we will now follow them to the park.
The park?
Yes.
Okay, that Ugbo, how much na collect?
120.
That Ugbo, 1 or 2. How much na collect? 120.
Yes.
How much na collect?
120.
How much reach your hand?
Rich man, 30,000. Rich man.
30,000. Why you go to do so? Huh? So where police will catch you? Huh? Airport. Okay, the same day. So how do you feel now? Which work you dey do? For where?
The Edo State Commissioner of Police Johnson Babatunde Kokumo again warned that there will be no hiding place for criminals in Edo State. He assured that all the suspects will be arraigned in court after the completion of investigation.
I want to use this opportunity to warn criminal elements who are resident in Edo State to have everything. They should relocate. And criminal elements who probably are planning to make incursions from contiguous states should know from this moment that Edo State is not a haven for criminals. And stay clear.
All right, welcome back there. We have some other stories we're going to relate during the course of our presentation today before we bring in the Pastor Azeme Azena. Let's quickly take this story. Now, this one has to do with a man who killed his own wife and eventually killed himself. So we describe it as murder suicide. Murder suicide. This one has to do with a Nigerian man simply identified as Femi, was said to have stabbed himself to death and thereafter committed suicide. No, that's what we gathered here. He stabbed his wife to death and then he committed suicide. So how did it all happen? It happened on Sunday, to be precise, 21st of June, in Victory Park Estate in Lagos. So let's have that photo. So that's the man. According to the residents, the couple moved into the estate 3 weeks ago with their 2 young children. Not much was about the couple, but just a day before the murder suicide. That's well, can we have the photo, PD? Please, let's have their photograph. Yes, that's the couple right there. We're talking of the incident that happened in Lagos on Sunday, to be precise. And the man who is said to have always questioned the paternity of their second child stabbed his wife to death and eventually took his own life. A neighbor who spoke on the incident said that they heard a loud bang, from the apartment and wasn't really sure what led to it. And the story now is that something happened, and during the test, one of the children was said not to be for the man. Are we gossiping? Well, that's just the storyline. That's what we gathered there. But I know that the police are still investigating. Could you say that soul should rest in peace? Yes. No matter what, the soul of the man will rest in peace, and then the soul of the woman too will also rest in peace. Yes, away from that now, let's invite now Pastor Dr. Azeme Azena of Omega Fire Ministries, who is already standing by.
Someone out there watching me, this is Pastor Azeme Azena, your pastor, your counselor, your advisor, the man that I'll be talking to you through this program, Crime Alert and Crime Watch. Wherever you are watching me or listening to me, I want to welcome you to this program today. God bless you, Professor Salek. God bless everyone there. I think we have gotten to a point that we need to sit down to really check what is going on in Edo State over the killings that are going on. We should able to consider some steps that are going to put an end to this problem, this killing. You see, we have not recovered from Wyler's death. We have not recovered from the other woman that was also raped and killed, and the one that was killed in Upper Mission section. Two other men that were killed and dropped into the water, and now is now a professor. An old man, a man of 80 years, was tied and murdered in his own bedroom, not outside. I think this needs to stop. This is condemnable. Everyone should stand up and fight against it. We should not leave it for security agencies alone, because they cannot do it alone. Even the religious body should stand up. Let's pray against the killing, the shedding of blood that is in Edo State. This is not normal. This has not becoming alarming. So I think everyone, the security agency, the traditional rulers, the religious leaders, even the common man in the society, your information are very important to the security agencies to enable them to tackle this problem. This pandemic is, I call it pandemic or epidemic, that want to destroy our society. I believe strongly that you are out there watching me, thinking that you will do it and you will escape from it. You will never escape. Edo State or Edolites, be careful of your information that you dish out. Be careful of who you discuss with. Be careful of how you walk, and be careful of the people you surround yourself with, because these are tools, or these are venues which enemies are using against us. Please, I want to beg you. Are you out there? You are a cultist, or somebody is pressurizing you to join, or you are an armed robber, or someone wants you to join them, or you want to kill. You are thinking of how to kill that person. I want you to have a rethink. If that person was your father, if that person was your mother, if that person was your auntie, if that person was your cousin, how will you feel if such a person was murdered or is being murdered? Please join me at Omega Fire Ministry. If you want to have a rethink, you want to change from your way, this Sunday by 6:30 a.m. and by 9 o'clock, so that I can attend to you, pray for you, take that spirit out of you, and that your life will never remain the same, in the name of Jesus.
I want to hand over to Brother Ameke so that he can continue the good work he's doing. Join me the same station, the same time next week, and God will bless you in the name of Jesus. This is Pastor Azemi Azem, the very true son of the oracle. Enough.
Alright, with that special counseling and advice from Pastor Dr. Azeme Azem, I would like to say thanks today for joining us on the program Crime Watch Reloaded. Don't forget that this program comes up every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A repeat broadcast on Friday at 9 a.m. You can also join us on radio Tuesday 6:30 p.m. Crime Alert Reloaded. That's where we get to give you highlights of what you're going to watch on television. Let's have this program same time, same station next week. My name hasn't changed as usual, and it will never change. Festus Alenhe is my name.